Hello my dear Aries, this is your love and spirituality reading for the time between October 1st to October 15, 2016 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. So if you would like a personal reading with me, you can contact me at queenofcupstarot@outlook.com. You will find my email in the description box below the video. So, we will have the new moon, October the 1st. But the moon will be located on the same side of the earth as the sun, so it will not be visible in the night sky. October the 7th, we will have a meteor shower in the constellation of Draco, named Draconoid's meteor shower. It will go on 6 to 10 of October, but peaks the 7th. We will have Uranus at opposition October 15. The blue-green planet will be at its closest approach to the Earth, and its face will be fully illuminated by the sun. And this may not be really visible with the human eye, but I guess you will feel it. So, I call the divine with love and light. I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Aries viewers. I want my dear Aries to have love in their life. I also want you to find creative success and to find yourself on the highest path towards spiritual enlightenment. I also want you to find your highest destiny, or like why you are here on earth at this time. What was your mission, kind of? So, for my dear Aries, what's up with you right now? Okay, great. So, I'll just tune in a little bit to you, Aries, the first half of October 2016. So, okay. This is your future. This is the now, and this is the past. So, whenever you watch this will probably be the right time to watch it. But for most part, this now will be between the time between 1st to 15th of October 2016. Okay, so the first card for you, Aries, is the Chariot. So the Chariot is sometimes how to get along with other human beings, like how to be able to get together and get the chariot moving, like into the future, get a project starting, get a relationship going, get a family functioning, you know, things like this. And this need to be balanced. There needs to be like cooperation, but also people putting limits and maybe seeing what's unseen, seeing the future, going into the unknown, so to speak. So this is a card of totality where like both forces in life need to be there, and both the masculine and the feminine needs to be there. And it's depicted here with the sun and the moons, and you are riding here over the clouds. So it's something significant with that, I would say. It can also be seen like, you see this person here, they almost doesn't look human. They are so like enclamped in their armor and in their garments, so you can't really see them. It almost looks like an alien, but it's a person with armor, and they have like yellow reddish clothing, and so it shows like a really fiery energy. So it could be like a person really enthusiastic, or like a person on the warpath, and Sagittarius energy together with Cancer energy, and well, it looks like motion and movement and like energy that wants to push through, and maybe also aggression for some of you. The next card I have is Queen of Cups, and that's the Cancer part of the Chariot. So something to do with an empathic person that's really emotional and have high tides of their emotions going with the phases of the moon. And she's just like washed over by her emotion, and she listens to them fully. And this can maybe sometimes be hard for Aries to understand this kind of connection, because they work through their head and fire. So they are more like just going instead of listening into. But this is maybe you starting to listen into yourself more and more, and see your own limitation, and also take like information from the body, not just bulging through, but seeing that, okay, if my knees hurt, I might need to do something about it. I can't run marathons. So this could be the thing with this, but it looks like a really true connection with your emotional life or your source. And this could also be a water person in your life that you are angry with, or that you are like racing against, or a person that's really like empathic and have those really this closeness to their emotion and listen to their emotions. And here comes a 2 of Pentacles. So that's a rather stressful situation sometimes, that you're trying to handle like several things and balance up your life. And we see the sea here, it's totally flooding. It's like bulging up here and threatening to like overcast this person with a wave. And the ships may have had a hard time getting in and out of this harbor. So it's some kind of stressful situation where you're not really at ease, but you're trying to manage something, you're trying to do something in a new way, because this is also change. So maybe you're trying to handle both those 2 energies, like the black energy and the white energy, the power and the love. So having both in some way and trying to balance up. Maybe you need to balance up your own feelings, and at the same time balance up someone else's feelings, maybe children, maybe your partner, friends, whatever. So it's like having a lot of responsibility and trying to fix it the best way you possibly can. And it's about taking steps, like one step at a time, because you're on unknown territory, because it's changed. So you need to like be a little bit careful. And here you have a Page of Wands. The pages here look very much alike this person here on the picture. They have rather similar like type of expression and hair and every characteristic here. So this might be you, like your inner child. It's a fire energy. It's a young fire energy. So it might be like you are starting to step by step expressing yourself, like the true self, the inner self, and starting to trust that expression, starting to be like more rested inside of you, and in the same time a bit restless, like you want to have some connection, you want to have people in your life, you want to have action happening, you want maybe this change, maybe you're longing for it. It's a rebel child. It's here to lead and not to obey. So that might be crucial. So here comes the Knight of Cups. So that's water again. So you have fire, water, and pentacles. Yes, okay. So, well, okay. I think you have learned. You have met. You have kind of an empathic person in your life, and they might have like helped you to change because. In a relationship, you need to like rub off on each other and learn more and more, and you get until you get in tuned like this. And it seems like maybe you are turning into a more empathic person, and like being able to more listen to yourself, because you might have watched other people like starting to listen to themselves, and now you're like taking this first step until also be able to listen to yourself and have yourself as the highest authority. And it looks like a relief, actually. And this person is like holding the divine feminine, you know, the emotional connection with the divine really high. So it's the holy grail. They are out there to like find it. And this person is like shouting to this person. So, and it might be like you're shouting after a water person or a really empathic person that might be off and leaving, because they are starting to listen to their emotion more and more, because they have the back turn. But it can be different for different people. So maybe you want to tell them like that you have changed. So, okay. And this can also be a person coming into your life and wanting to say I'm sorry, or you want to say you're sorry because you're shouting here at the picture, and there's like coming with a gift. So different things maybe for different people, but maybe it looks like a journey, like that you have taken a direction, and that I think this is positive, really positive. So here we have a 4 of Wands, and it comes underneath the Chariot. So I think yes, definitely it's about making some kind of stability here with the Chariot. Like you want something new, you dream of something that you want, you're trying to create it. It's that, and therefore you are making this change because you're dreaming about this future, this new stability, this new platform. It could be within work, relationship, family, friendship, whatever, but you want to come to some kind of feeling like home. So you're traveling to feel at home, it seems. Or you're traveling to a celebration of some sort, or it could be a marriage also, or an engagement that you want to like move into this. You want to have like this kind of stability, like the feeling of being at home, being accepted for whom you are, maybe also. So the next card is 5 of Pentacles, and it comes underneath the Queen of Cups. So this is what I sensed a little bit, that they might have taken like a bit of distance to you, since they have the back turn in both here and here. So, and it seems like you're trying to change, and you want the stability, but you feel a lot of loss here. This is like feeling abandoned, feeling alone, feeling excluded, feeling that everything that's for everyone else isn't for you, and what you want isn't there for you. So it's cold and it's lonely. Nothing is growing except for a little snowdrop here coming up from the snow. So it indicates like spring is on its way. But this is sometimes a great loss. For some of you, it could be like someone has died, or someone has left you, or you have lost your job, or some kind of loss that's really affecting you, and making you feel like empty inside. And like sometimes you can feel a period that your life is like over, almost like everything you had, it's gone kind of feeling. And here comes really central, underneath the 2 of Pentacles comes a 2 of Cups. So again, this longing for commitment and being together and sharing this together. So that's really a great carrot for change, I think, that you want to come closer to another person, and you want to be together with them. So you're trying to change in some way. It's what I'm seeing here, like, and you're trying to move from one place to another. And here comes the Hanged Man, and that's some kind of sacrifice, because you also want to be like who you are. You don't want to compromise yourself. So the question is, will you sacrifice yourself, or you sacrifice the relationship? What to do here? But this is also spiritual growth, and like to endure what's ever happened to you and accept it, accept the change, accept maybe the time that needs to be like sacrificed here, the time that needs to go by. Nothing happens, but a lot of things happening on the inside of you. I think there's a true revolution going on. So even if it seems like it's really stale and like deserty on the outside, I think a lot of things is going on the inside that you need to appreciate. Because you need to see that this is something that needs to take time, and that's not going to happen overnight. So, but you have your goals clear. It seems like you want to participate with other people, maybe a significant person, maybe an empath or a water person. Or maybe you have a relationship with them already, but it's like you're not on talking terms. And it could be like really cold in even if you're there, because it seems like you have the relationship, but you're in the same time not having it. So it's a bit confusing, but maybe they are there, but they are not there, and maybe they are there sometimes and sometimes not, and this might make you confused. But what you need to do, it seems like you need to talk things through, like make up rules maybe for the relationship, in friendship, in workplaces, in partnership and things like that. Like how you want to be, how you want to other people to behave against you, and how you want to be like met from other people. So maybe you can come to some kind of conclusion. Maybe you don't have to have this like on and off thing. Maybe you can come to an understanding instead, and see other people's point of view, and still be you, but you don't maybe have to. Certain personality traits might trigger other people, like if fire persons are very sure of themselves, and empaths can be like feeling insignificant with the side of a fire person that says, well, I know how we can do this, we can fix it like this, and the empath is like, well, they never listen to me. So there could be things like that, and you don't just need to start listening to your partner and understanding them, maybe, because it seems like you still have them, but you don't have them, so it's a bit confusing. So here's the Emperor, and it comes underneath the Knight of Cups and after the Hangman. So it's like a touch and go here. It's something with a male, so it could be a significant other male for you, or it could be like your male identity. Something that maybe, because in this Emperor card, the Emperor is a bit different from what he used to be. He used to always sit in like a desolated landscape and be really firm, and he's still really firm, but here's not a desolated landscape. It's a beautiful mountain meadow with a little lake there, and children that he's watching over. So that shows like a new kind of maybe a new kind of fashion for Aries, that you not have to be like the fire or power person anymore. Maybe there's some kind of empathic thing that you can start growing, like see that the emotional side of things is also really significant, and that's your contact with the divine feminine. The males usually need to go through to the feminine side to be in touch with the heavens, because the female birth canal or uterus and things like that, it's like a stargate, and it's there physically, but it's also there like on other dimensions, like a stargate. So it might be that you need to turn against your feminine side, and because we have the Knight of Cups here holding the divine feminine really high, and here's some kind of sacrifice. And you see here, beautiful on his arm, you have actually the symbol of Aries, and also you have some kind of Aries figure here that's not really seen because he has his elbow in the way, but it's a beautiful Aries symbol. So it seems like you still have the power, but you can also like take other people's needs into more consideration. I don't mean that Aries is people that doesn't do this, but if we should generalize, Aries is the head. So they are the power, the master, the person that rules, the person that also takes care of others, of course, because it's like the head, so it needs to think for the rest of the body. But here it's like something new that wants to come forth, like sacrificing maybe some of that shelter maybe, and some of that power, and start to see those as, well, they are good to have, but there's other things to life as well. And we had this really blood red, almost purple color here. That's very much about spiritual growth and sacrifice, and also like being the savior in kind. I think you have the chance maybe here. It seems like you can be the savior. You see, here's the person like hanged on the cross, and this is you as your inner child, and this is you holding the divine feminine, and this is you facing like everything here. The energy comes like this, and here's you facing it. So it's like you let this thing happen to you and like splash over you, like this change, and just accept it and be with it. So this is a beautiful frame, I think, with with spiritual growth in its best. Like you keep your essence of you like really pure, and you purify it even more. But you also see that there's another dimension to you, not just logic, mind, and power and fire. It's also something more like subtle, something that's maybe more real than reality, but it's something unseen in the same time. So it might be hard for the head, so to speak, to see this, because they want things tangible. But usually Aries people are very close to the source, and may have like some kind of superpowers that they might be a little like awkward with, because it's not like it's in your worldly picture, but it's really you usually have some skill that you might, if you might fear it, and you might be really comfortable with it, but it's this tangible, this thing that's not tangible, that's like superficial a little bit. And it might be simple things like that you can have prophetic dreams, or you are a person that can do the pendulum, or you can predict the future, what other people are going to say, and things like that. And you see this talent maybe sometimes with skepticism, but so it's like two worlds are meeting here with you now, two worlds, and there's some kind of like inner conflict that's needed to be sorted out. So the next card for you is the High Priest, and this is again like the male patriarchal power kind of thing, and it's Taurus, so it's definitely spiritual growth with this card. And it comes underneath this chariot, like the warrior kind of energy that wants to burst forth, and still having like this platform of home, but maybe still be like in power, like a bit of a know-it-all. And this was what I felt from the empath here, that they might think that you are like overruling them all the time. So that might be some kind of problem. But you have equality here in this picture as you have in the chariot picture. So I think that's the answer to it all. Like, even if it's sometimes it's totally different. You can be an Aries person and have like a water person being really powerful like in your life. It's just you need to take in your opposite side. That's what I'm trying to say. So if you're a sweet Aries with really empathical skills, and you have like a power junkie in your nearby, you need to take in more of that power junkie. And if you are a power junkie, you need to take in more of the empath. So balance is needed. This is the divine masculine, and this is the divine feminine. This is the divine feminine and the divine masculine, like having your power to put boundaries and see to yourself first. But here's the white pillars, so that's like kind of how the patriarchal system has ruling us, that we should only be white. We are not allowed to have a black side. So the black side is there all the time, but it's not visible, because it's like we are talking backwards. We are saying things but meaning another thing. So it's really obvious when you see the news or listen to politicians or whatever. They are lying, and it's no one catch their lies, because we have made this rule that everything should be like, people should be nice. So we have decided everyone is nice. We know that's not the truth, but when we hear people talk, we take it as truth. So it's like, it's first when the news are telling you, well, yes, meditation is good for you, that you can see this. But all the years before, when people say, well, this is crap, it's like something of your imagination, everyone took that as a truth, because it's like, it's whitewashing in some sense. Like, you are not being really truthful with what's really there, what's really happening. And this is like, maybe it's like kind of an end of illusion for you, that you're doing some kind of like seeing things like from more sides than one. It's like you're seeing things from several sides now, and it's opening up a new world, I think. So here comes the Knight of Swords. So that's the warrior energy again that we see in the chariot here and in the High Priestess. Not so much in the Emperor that we used to do with other decks, but in here it's a more harmonious picture. But this is yellow again, so solar plexus energy, like me energy, and this person is also armed. So we have had 3 armed person in this deck, 4 actually, because the Knight of Cups is also armed, but he has a silvery armor, so it's like he's trying to develop into something else, like a higher state. But this is stainless steel, so it's more the old type of warrior kind of thing. And I think it seems like you are coping with loss by taking power, like, well, they were stupid anyway, or they did the wrong thing anyway, or it was a bad situation anyway. So you're like rationalizing this loss instead of feeling it. It's what I feel here. And we see the most of the energy is turned that way, but the Emperor and this swords person here, so it could be an air sign, or it could be a person like acting really against the energy in some sense, like they are going against everything, like God and humanity and everything. It's my way or the highway kind of thing, because they feel this loss and they don't want to feel loss. And the usual way that we have coped with loss is like getting even. So it's almost like getting revenge, or making things worse by going against the energies and feeling even more loss, because it's like you're wrecking something. So the next card I have here is a 10 of Wands. So this is like a pressure building up. You had a lot of stress here. You were trying to be like, you wanted to reach this water energy in some way, and you wanted this, but now it's like you have given up here. It's like you're to hell with it. I will build my own home. I don't care about that anymore. I have tried to be good. I have tried to follow every rule that is, and now I will be gone. So they have their back turned against us, and it's suppression. It's like you are not saying what you actually mean. It's like because you want to have the upper hand, or you want to not bulge, or you don't want to. It's like you're rather breaking than bending is what I see here. And as I told you before, I have to remind you that it could be the opposite. It could be like you have a person in your life doing this to you, but I just read it as I see it, and you fit it into your situation, because it's different. If you need to take in the other part of the energy, like the more power thing, then that might be really good. But I just read it as I see it, so you fit it into your situation. So the 10 of Wands is like flight and flee card. It's like when you get enough and you just go on and build your own place, like it's enough is enough kind of thing. And here you have a 10 of Swords also. So it seems like you are going to like end the situation, because we have fire person here, like sacrificing time, and then and this was supposed to make you grow and make you like into a more responsible person, like a more responsible Aries, that not longer a power junkie, but also see to other people's needs and don't need to win all the time. I don't want to generalize, but I try to tell the story here. And this is what's actually going on in the world. We have people that's doing this, so we need to see it in ourselves, me as well as you. And here we have a 10 of Wands and 10 of Swords. So it's like you're ending this situation. You're giving up on this love. You're ending the situation. You don't have the tolerance to sacrifice more, sacrifice yourself, sacrifice more time, or to like admit defeat. It's like you don't want to admit defeat. You don't want to change. You don't have it in you. You want to be as you are always been. It's like, or the person opposing you wants to be as they are always been. So this is definitely like you making a desert of your life, or someone is making it for you. But it seems like you're going against the energies. You're like suppressing what you really want to say. You're saying to hell with you. I won't have anything to do with you more. You have tried to make me look stupid, or you have left me and come back, and you have left me and come back, and I'm so tired of this. I won't ever let you back again. So this is making things lifeless and stale, but it's like a revenge I see, because here it's lifeless and stale, and it was not because of your doing. It was because of this water person, or this empathic person, and you are really angry with that. It seems it's the same energy here in that card and that card. So you are like revenging and see to that the other person feel the same, like you are making their life desert also. You're not welcome here anymore. You can go back and forth with someone else. So I won't change. I won't do anything. I won't work with you anymore. This is over, kind of feeling. So we'll see what will happen with that. So we have a King of Cups coming up here. So that shows me an alternative route that you can take. Here you see you have a Knight of Cups and the Emperor Aries and the King of Cups. That's a person that has integrated like the feelings into them and are now able to give freely. If you can see this person, if you can imagine like this is a male person, so if you can imagine like Dalai Lama or some other kind of really person that's enlightened in some way, and you can see how they are, like they are not like easily touched by what's happening around them. They still have their humor, they still are in their power, they still respect themselves, they still respect others, they don't take revenges. So you have two roads to choose, and maybe this is the road that some of your Aries will choose, and maybe this is the road that some of your opponents might choose, but you can still be like this, like, you know, the Dalai Lama figure, like being really secure in yourself, like really secure in your feelings, like in the respect for yourself. It doesn't change by how other people view you. It only changes by how you view yourself. So you're really close to your own feelings and your own source, and being like centered in your middle. And this is a person that have healed themselves, like they have gone through this hangman and accepted all the feelings, all the hurt, all the pain, and sacrificed their pride. That's the crucial thing. They have sacrificed their pride because they have something else. They have respect for themselves, so they don't need pride. Pride is just ego. Respect for yourself is more divine. It's like you are listening to your source, you are listening to your inner authority. So it looks like you have two roads to choose between. Like either cut it off and like say, well, no more, or you can take this as a stepping stone to leap into a next stage, like being this person like really whole and respecting yourself, but not being like stubborn and superior, or what I just told you that I have forgotten now, so I'm sorry. Okay, it's very blunt here with these cards, but here it's like male spiritual growth, there's male spiritual growth, there's like a step-by-step change and a really true connection. So I think there's still hope if you don't go out and like tear down the world because you hurt inside, if you don't put it like outside of you, but see that it's a process that's going on inside of you, and don't attend to any war. You can say what you want and be like really truthful with this, respect your own vision of it and tell it and express it really truthfully, but you don't have to engage in war, like doing dirty things and against one another, revenging and things like this. So what can we say more about this? It's definitely change, and it will come either you like it or not, and it can come in a bad way or it can come in a lighter way. It's like you're on a crossroad and you can choose. So actually it's a beautiful situation, and it's up to you, I think. No one else is responsible for your life, and so it's all about your self-respect and not about ego and winning over other people. So we'll see. We have Cosmos already falling out, and that's you co-creating with Cosmos. You have the spiritual connection now through your empathic skills and through your inner child, the Page of Wands. Okay, and we have a spiral dancer. So it's like you have another chance to fix this this time. It's like you have the theater scene is set, everything is on its right place. It's where you usually do wrong. It's where you usually take the wrong turn, and now it's like you're co-creating here with the divine, and you almost have like a dragon there, and there's the comet, maybe it's the draconites. So something significant can be happening to you between the 6th and the 10th of October. And here's like this spiritual connection that you have, like even in the night time, it's like you have this ability cord to the divine. And here's like a dragon also. So the dragon might be like this kind of feeling, you know, where you are totally in respect of yourself. Nothing on the outside can hurt you, because you're so big, you're so powerful, you're so in contact with the divine, you're a dragon, you know. So you don't need to hurt any other person, because no one can threat you, because you have accepted like the feeling that's inside of you, and accepting like the communication here with the divine. This person is just taking this kind of communication, like listen to it, and he's just taking it as information. He doesn't take it like, well, oh, I'm in agony, I can't withstand this. It's like, well, okay, vibration, energy coming. Yes, I'm listening. Okay, I'm aware now. Thank you. So even if it's painful, even if it's really excruciating pain, just information. Okay, my body's hurt. I have something I need to fix here. Okay, thank you. So it's like this. And here is like more this kind of energy here going on. Like you can take revenge and do a karma lap all over again. If we have the time, I will say that you might not have the time, because it's like a crossroad here. And it might be like you are not going to be able to make the quantum leap if you are going like continuing doing the same mistakes that you have been doing before. And you might need to take like this chance now to do something totally different from what you used to do, where you are where you're used to, how you're used to reacting another way now. Try to take the more like grown approach to it and keep calm. So I think this will help. Okay. And also we had the Keeper of Scales coming here, so it's very much about this, like the balance between your strength and your vulnerability. It needs to be intact. So, okay. I will also take a card from the Past Life Oracle card here. Yeah. Oh. So, knighthood and communal living. Yes, that's something really, we can talk for hours about this. Like, yes, you need to be able to protect the community. So you need to have people that's strong. That's nothing to argue about. Because I have dreamt about a life where we lived, that everything was really beautiful and everything was on its right place. We had magic, we had beautiful things, we could heal everyone, we could heal nature. And then we were attacked from the outside and everything was burned to ashes. And we didn't have that capability to defend ourselves. So I understand that now, that we need to have this capability to defend ourselves. But it's when these knights, like the emperor, the one that's strong, is turning like against the community. You see, this is kind of the same kind of person. And we also have them here. So when this person is starting to attack, like, you know, the vulnerable persons in our society, and try to make them victims, try to steal their things, try to steal their lives, want to own what's theirs. You know, when you go over that line, you are not longer in harmony with the universe and you are creating karma for yourself. So that's where I draw the line, and it might be different for you, and I can't tell you what the divine really wants, but I think that a lot of the tormentation that we are going through, it's much for our spiritual growth. So I think those people like taking power over us, making us victimized and so on, they have been also our spiritual teachers in some way, but maybe we are beyond that now. Maybe we can learn through something else than being in a victim role and suffer. So maybe there's other things for us now. Maybe we can rise until a new kind of human that doesn't do this to one another, but like appreciate life, appreciate the divine feminine, appreciate like being really careful with the smallest little being, like taking like a caterpillar and bringing it over the road so it won't be like drive over, like I save snakes all the time. I'm really scared of snakes, but I save them. And I love them, even if they're scaring me, but they are the symbol of change, and change is scary. So especially when you need to sacrifice things that you really love. So yeah, I think this is, you can see this clearly now, like this is a precious gift, this communal living. If you imagine people here, it has been kind of deserty because we have built like in stone and concrete, but this is like, you need to protect the weak in the society so they can continue being weak. But you're not there to overrule them and take their stuff or make them victimized. So I think this is what's going on in your life now, like questions of power, like how to use power and when to not use power, and when is power destructive and when is power building up, and what is true power? Is true power maybe being courageous, not attacking, maybe being like okay with whatever happens? Maybe that is true power. So things like this can be on the agenda for you, my dear Aries. So okay, thank you so much for all of you watching, subscribing and liking my videos, and also commenting. I really love to read all the comments. Sometimes I don't have the time to answer, but when I do, I love to do it, because it's but I read them also. Okay, and if you would like a personal reading with me, you can contact me at my email in the description box below the video. So take really good care until I see you again, I hope, in the middle of October. Okay, bye bye.